So I'm constantly being asked in the comments, why can't I have a hot lifetime stalker? And yeah, I can definitely see the appeal. I actually had a stalker once, but she was rough and she looked like Eminem, so I reported her to the police without shagging her first. Anyway, also known as My Neighbour's Deadly Obsession, from 2017, this is The Wrong Neighbour. I've wasted hours of my life watching terrible films.
You should subscribe.
Meet the Sullivan family. Heather is a hotshot lawyer, so her husband Tim, until recently, looked after 16-year-old daughter Lisa. Sadly, Heather and Tim have decided to separate.
Oh no!
And the reason for this seems to be because Tim has taken a job as a chef, when it was agreed that he'd be a stay-at-home dad, while Heather pursued her legal career. This makes absolutely no sense, because if they can be around for Lisa when separated, surely it's easier to do so living in the same house.
Good point.
Also, Lisa is 16, not 6, but whatever, that's what's happening. And Lisa's really sad. The separation is affecting all aspects of Lisa's life. Her friendship with best friend Penny, her relationship with her boyfriend Stephen, who grabs her like this, and most importantly, her swimming.
Excuse me?
That's right, swimming is Lisa's life. And her coach is George Jaworski, played by Michael Madsen.
Why do you ride on me so hard?
Because you're good. Because you're the best I've ever seen.
Yeah, Michael Madsen's not the worst actor in this film, though. That would be either Heather's client, Patrick,
Turned in my shield after 20 years.
or Tim's friend and new boss, Nate.
I never thought I'd actually own my own restaurant.
Lisa blames her mum for the separation and thinks her dad should have been allowed to follow his dream.
I'm on Team Dad all the way.
But all this is being discussed in therapy. Lisa, Heather, and Tim all share the same therapist. And about 15 minutes of this film is them in their sessions. But that's boring and I don't care about their feelings. So let's just get straight in with the action.
Yes.
Tim has just moved into this apartment building and goes to this food truck for lunch, where he sees this hot woman unable to find her wallet in her bag. So he pays for her food.
Thanks.
Sure.
Jamie.
Tim.
Tim walks Jamie to her car and she thinks he's a really nice man. It turns out they live next door to each other.
Building 2.
3.
Well, I guess it was fate that we met, huh?
Yeah.
Then Jamie accidentally drops her keys.
Let me get it.
Watch out, hero. I've got this one.
So yeah, Tim will definitely be wanting to see her again. This weekend is Tim's first weekend having Lisa stay at his place. And when they arrive... yeah, obviously that's Jamie with the binoculars. And while Tim shows Lisa the pool... Lisa really likes her dad's new place, and she's really proud of him for taking the chef's job. Tim's really pleased, so he does an impression of the family therapist.
There's something wrong with your marriage, dear. I just have to figure it out.
Later, Lisa goes to the pool to practice her swimming.
You scared me. I don't even know how to doggy style
I bet you do.
I'm Jamie.
Lisa.
They start talking and Jamie immediately starts asking questions about Lisa's boyfriend, Stephen.
Did you do that to your arm?
It was an accident.
Then Penny shows up.
Hi.
I know you haven't been feeling like talking much.
Then why are you here?
Okay, that's a bit weird.
Yep.
So Penny asks to speak to Lisa alone, but Jamie doesn't want to be left out, so she just walks over and stands there.
Okay, you're weird.
So Penny leaves.
Sorry, did I overstep my boundary there?
Yes.
Then Tim comes over and tells Lisa to get ready to go out for dinner.
Dinner? Dinner.
While that's going on, Jamie lets herself into Tim's place, uses his toothbrush, steals a family photo, and gets into his bed.
What?
Although we don't see Jamie rubbing one out in Tim's bed, it's certainly implied. When she finishes, she goes downstairs and fixes Tim and Lisa's laptops so that she can see them through the cameras on her phone. When Tim and Lisa get home, they watch a movie on Lisa's laptop, and Jamie watches them. Whatever they're watching must be hilarious. The next day, Heather can't get hold of Lisa, so she calls Penny, who tells her she's spending all her time with Jamie.
Who?
Some rude neighbor, Mr. Sullivan's.
What does she look like?
Real pretty, but she's weird.
Yeah, you don't know the half of it. At Tim and Heather's couples therapy session...
Who is Jamie?
What?
I talked to Penny.
She's just a neighbor, that's it.
But Heather's not convinced and Tim is really angry, so when he gets home, he goes for a swim. Jamie goes down to join him and tells him she can't swim very well, so Tim offers to show her how. Immediately, this starts happening, and then they kiss. When they get out of the pool, Tim asks Jamie when she moved in.
I moved in with my parents last January. They both got cancer around the same time.
While that's a very sad story, it's actually not true. Jamie's parents kicked her out of the house and got a restraining order against her, so she killed them and inherited the house. Jamie then takes Tim out for drinks and starts coming on to him, and when they get back to Tim's place, she's really trying to make something happen. She keeps taking photos of what's happening on her phone, and he seems to be alright with this. Maybe because he's drunk, or maybe he's just into that. Who knows?
Look, I have a family.
So she leaves. The next day, Lisa's by the pool and Steven shows up.
How'd you find out where my dad lives?
And why is he in swimming shorts and flip-flops? Did he drive over like that? Anyway.
Why won't you return my texts?
Hey! You! Get away from her!
I'm her boyfriend.
You're the guy that left the bruises on her arm.
Leave us alone.
Oh my god!
What?
So Steven leaves and Lisa's really angry. Jamie's like, yeah, sorry, that was probably a bit much. Let me make it up to you. So she takes Lisa to her house and lets her drink alcohol.
What?
And if you think that's irresponsible...
Just aim and squeeze. You just gotta picture somebody that you absolutely hate. Like Steven. What?
Lisa's like, I don't hate Steven. And Jamie's like, oh, okay, sorry. That night, Jamie goes to Tim's restaurant to try and lure him out again, but this time he says no. So the next day, she shows up at Lisa's school to pick her up.
Jamie? I'm here to kidnap you. I have swim practice. Bye! Freak.
Lisa does really well at swim practice and Jaws gives her a pep talk.
Don't surrender. Don't retreat. Never give up.
I think I can do that.
Get back in the water.
Brilliant. Meanwhile, Tim goes over to Heather's to invite her to the grand opening of his new restaurant. Heather's like, is that Jamie going to be there? And Tim's like, probably, but I can tell her not to come if you want.
I really don't want her there, Tim.
And he's like, okay. So Heather agrees and they're getting on really well. But oh no, Jamie's followed him and sees and hears all of this. And when he messages her telling her not to come to the opening, she's livid. Cut to the opening night, even though it looks like the middle of the day. And Heather and Lisa arrive at the restaurant. And oh no, so does Jamie.
I'm Heather, Lisa's mom.
I know who you are.
And now I'm gonna ask you to politely walk away.
You can ask me any way you want. I'm not going anywhere.
Okay. Come on, time to go.
Tim comes over and tells Jamie to leave, but she kicks off. So Heather's like, okay, Jamie, outside now.
Listen to me right now.
God, you do look older than in your pictures. That's your husband kissing my neck. There's my hand on his chest, and...
Oh dear.
You slept with her.
What? No. No.
Heather's like, whatever, Tim, I've seen the photos. So she takes Lisa and leaves.
Tim, we need to talk.
Uh-oh.
What the hell was that?
Oh, piss off, Nate. The other customers would have loved it.
You're absolutely right.
Safe to say Jamie's not too happy either.
Okay, then.
Remember Patrick from earlier?
Turned in my shield after 20 years.
Yes, of course.
Well, Heather hires him to do some digging on Jamie. I wonder what's going on with Steven at the moment.
I asked about that lady and she totally blew me off.
So he's dead. Obviously it was Jamie. I have to say that was pretty impressive for a Lifetime movie. Let's see it again. Now slower. Now a close-up. That sound effect. Anyway, at the funeral, Jamie's watching from a distance through her binoculars. But someone's got binoculars on her too. Patrick. Patrick is the worst private investigator ever. He needs a bag of Jamie's trash, but instead of coming to grab it at night, he hangs around outside her house and waits for her to bring it out, then grabs it and puts it in his car in broad daylight. He needs this so he can arrange a DNA profile on Jamie, who's hanging around outside Tim's restaurant trying to get with him.
Just go away, okay? Now! Just...
Need to make this go away, Tim.
Oh, piss off, Nate. Later at couples therapy, Tim and Heather have worked things out. That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. But oh, no. Lisa's ignoring Jamie's messages, so Jamie turns up at her swim meet.
Lisa! Lisa! Ah! Go, Lisa! Go,
Who is that?
Don't ask.
Well, I'm gonna kick her out.
Ooh, you're odd.
So he speaks to her and she leaves quietly, because nobody messes with Jaws.
I'm the big fish, what can I say?
Yeah. Oh, look, Tim and Heather are here, as are Penny and Nate. After a motivational speech from her teammates,
We're rooting for you. Come on, you can do this.
Thanks.
Lisa wins the race, and everyone's really happy. Fuck off, Nate. Afterwards, they all go for ice cream, and Jamie's got her binoculars on them again. Fuck off, Nate. That night, Patrick calls Heather to tell her that he's found out who Jamie really is.
I'm out at the Robertson house right now. Let's take a quick look inside. Holy crap.
When he gets back to his car, Jamie's hiding in the back seat and stabs him with this zombie knife. So he's dead. Tim is planning to move back in with Heather and Lisa now, as all this Jamie stuff seems to have died down.
I think she's learned her lesson by now.
I hope so.
As soon as Tim puts the phone down, Jamie calls. She's like, sorry, Tim, I probably took things a bit too far.
You think?
Yes.
She's like, I stole one of your family photos a while back. It's at my place, the door's open and I won't be there. So just let yourself in and grab it.
That could backfire.
And it does backfire, because once he gets there, not only does he see the photos and Jamie's full stalker setup, but... Then she waits for Lisa at her house and chloroforms her. When Lisa wakes up, she finds herself and her dad tied up at Jamie's parents' house. Jamie's made a cake to celebrate the whole family being together, even if it's just for 10 minutes.
What are you gonna do with us?
Jamie's like, well, I'm gonna kill you two, then myself.
What?
We'll all be together very soon.
Tim is furious that his hands are tied because he's unable to knock one out over his wife and girlfriend wrestling. Anyway, you know how no baddies in Lifetime movies ever tie anyone up properly?
True.
Well, as Jamie's about to stab Heather, Lisa frees herself and grabs the gun.
Just gotta picture somebody that you absolutely hate.
As Jamie's being carted off to the ambulance, she's still not accepting reality.
I thought you were my husband and my daughter! No! No!
At an unspecified time later at this mental institution...
I'm not the patient. I came here to work. I'm the new orderly. She knocked me out, took my clothes.
You'd better take her to her padded room now.
Yes, doctor.
And that's the end of the film. So until next time. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe. And please consider joining my Patreon. There's a link in the description. Thank you.